like that.
Please. So good I can die.
Hello and welcome back my little darlings to another beauty video here on my channel. How are you? I have a headache today and I hope we can share our positivity and energy with each other so we can have a great evening and day tomorrow. Yes indeed. So today I am gonna do a autumn fall easy look, you know, so you can look like that fall we all want, you know. So I want, you know, to make it a little bit warm and welcoming and, you know, celebrate all the colors and all the nice things we actually have during the autumn, like falling leaves and all of that sort of stuff, and rain and wind and storm. And I just realized how bad the autumn is, but we are gonna make the best of it. Yes indeed. I will not dwell too much on other stuff, you know. I usually say that and I still dwell on all of the other stuff, you know, like primers and foundations and stuff like that, but I will try to go through that real quickly. Yes indeed, because it's the eyes we are gonna focus on today. So I am gonna start with primer as usual, and not a primer, a moisturizer, because I have cleaned my face today. I always do that before putting on makeup, and I will be using this little guy, this Eucerin Dermo Purifying Hydrating Care, and it's for oily and blemish prone skin, and I have oily and blemish prone skin, and I apply this with a brush because I hate getting icky sticky, and you know how this works. Let's just skip this to foundation. Yes indeed. Yes my darlings, now I have moisturized my face, and it's gonna work as a primer also, because I don't have a primer I like. I do have one that is for pimples and blackheads and all of that stuff, but I don't, it have turned on me. For today I will be using this W7 High Definition
Foundation.
And this foundation is actually very good. It is very high end, for just costing 6 euros, 5 euros depending on where you live. And it gives, you know, that light coverage that just, you know, makes you look a little bit more perfect than it usually does. So it's no high coverage this time, it's just light coverage perfection. Yes indeed. I will just go and wet my sponge and I will be right back. I am a bad YouTuber because I always forget to wet my sponge before I start filming. This foundation is very light and very fluid, you know, and it makes you look easy breezy, lemon squeezy. And you know, I just usually do one pump like that, and if I do need more, I just do one pump more. But one pump is actually oftentimes enough, you know. Let's just apply that all over my blemish prone skin, you know. The good thing about this foundation is it's not creasing very much on the skin, you know, even though you have crease prone skin, because I have very creasy skin. Everything creases and looks like I'm 90 years old, so it's actually very good in that sense, and I do recommend it a lot. Don't forget to go into your hairline, otherwise people will notice you are using foundation. You don't want it to look like a mask, you want it to look like you are just flawless from the start, of course. I always have a very hard time getting foundation to stick to my nose, you know, and that actually kind of sucks, but still. For concealer I will use this Makeup Revolution or Revolution Makeup London, the Conceal and Define Full Coverage Conceal and Contour, you know, and it's a little bit warmer than I usually go for, because I am a little bit warmer now after the summer. You have to excuse my horribly boring background, but I am moving and I am packing down everything I own a little bit every day, you know, so every little day something else disappears, you know. Let's go a little bit heavy on the concealer, shall we, because I did go so light on the foundation, because I am still a little bit of a full coverage. Oh my god, my darlings, my nose is horrible today. Now, my darlings, I will actually bake my face a little bit, just because to get rid of that creasing, you know, because even though it's winter and we are probably a little bit dry from the cold weather, we don't want to look like a big old pumpkin patch in the forehead, you know. So I will actually bake my face with some banana powder just to give me some warmth in my face and to prevent it from creasing to the gods.
Yes, please.
So good I can die. And it will probably crease anyway, because I use my forehead so much when I talk, so it always creases and I hate it. I forgot to tell you I'm using the W7 banana powder to bake my face, and as you can see I'm almost baking the entirety of my face just
Snut.
just not the under eyes and my forehead. It looks like I am actually powdering the whole goddamn face because my face is so small. Like that. Beautiful, beautiful banana boy. Yes. Now let's just go a little bit closer, you know, because now we are gonna go in with eyeshadow. Yes, please. And for today, I am gonna use this Take Me on a Vacation palette from Kylie Cosmetics, or you know, Kylie Cosmetics from the Chinese factory that is not real, but you know, you can probably use the real Kylie Cosmetics Take Me on Vacation palette for this look also, you know, but I do love the colors in here, and they are actually very good and very pigmented for being a fake palette, you know. I need to stress that enough, that it is a fake one, not a real one, just so you don't get confused where I did get all my money from, because I don't have any money. They smell like makeup usually did for like 10-15 years ago, you know, they have that really strong scent of old lady eyeshadow, if you know that smell, you know. If your grandma has an eyeshadow palette from when she was young and you smell on that, it has that like heavy kind of sweet floral, but not natural sweet floral, but chemically sweet floral scent. But you know, let's just go in with this eyeshadow palette right here, and I want this to be, you know, a little bit nude and interesting, but still, you know, very autumny orange yellow. So I will actually go in with, I know these two shades look very similar, those two right there, but this one is actually a little bit warmer, this one is a little bit colder, and since I want to look warm and cozy during the autumn, I will actually use that little bit more warm one, and I will go in and put that in my crease and my outer corner as well. And these shadows are very, very pigmented to be fake ones. Yeah, I am actually impressed by the quality, and I haven't had an allergic reaction to them. I have probably been very lucky not to have been getting something like that, because I have very sensitive skin, and I probably got the only fake palette that is good in the entire China. And I don't want this to be too much blown out, you know, either. I just want this to be, you know, like easy breezy, flawless pumpkin patch boy, you know, without actually looking like a pumpkin patch. And this is a very toasty, nude brown shade, you know. It's a kind of a reddish tint to this brown shade. Now that my crease is done, I will actually go in and blend in some of this brick color right there, you know, because I do love bricks. It's kind of orangey, but kind of brown anyway, so I think it will blend good with the brownish shade I have on already. Like that, yes indeed, it looks very patchy right here. It actually did turn out to be a very blown out look anyway. Now, to actually make this a little bit more, you know, shiny, not just so dark and brown, I will actually go in with this shade right there. It's a golden, toasty, warm shade, you know, and I will prop that on the lid. Yes, like that. Very simple, very effectful, very boring indeed. Now, just to liven things up just a tiny bit, I will go in with this yellow shade. It's a very mustardy yellow shade, you know. I will actually blend that from the inner corner and out into this orangey shade that I have going on my brow bone. Like that, you know.
Ooh, yes.
So basic.
I can die.
To finish this off, I will use some gold pigments, some red gold pigments on my inner corner. But first and foremost, I will need to wipe my bake away. Pick up some of that berry purple right there, you know, and just go in and smoke that. Yes, like that, you know. Now you look like a, you know, warm, toasty pumpkin patch latte with some berries on top, or, you know, underneath, but still. And I will actually go in with that brown shade right there, which is also a little bit warmer, and I will actually put that into my crease just to build up that definition that has gone away. Yes, please.
Oh, so good I can die.
Yes, now I will just go in with some red gold pigments, you know, and I will just pop that in the inner corner, and I will use a big fluffy brush for that, otherwise I cannot distribute the pigments as I want it, and I had it all over the apartment instead. These are actually also fake highlighters, but they do not look like real highlighters, but they are very good to use as pigments. That's why I often don't name what they are. And you know, that gives you just like that red toastiness in your inner corner while brightening with some autumny shine. Yes indeed. Yes indeed, like that. Oh, this actually turned out better than I expected it to. Well, what do you think? Do I get better or do I get worse with my makeup? I hope I do get better, because otherwise it just feels horrible. Yes, my darlings, but I'm not done yet. I will actually use some highlighter and bronzer actually to contour my face, because we also do need some bronzing going on in the early autumns. So I will use this fake Skinny Dip bronzer, which is the only bronzer I own, which is actually doing a decent enough job with not looking like a patchy dirt patch. And I will just use that where I usually contour, and I will just warm those shakes up a little bit, you know, like that. And just a little bit on the nose as well, like that.
Place. So good I can die.
Or not. It probably looks like garbage once again, but you know, I can't tell a difference anymore, because everything I put on my face just looks like garbage at this point. Now I will actually contour with that little more neutral, toasty, not so very dark shade right there, just to get myself some more definition going on my face, you know. Tap so much excess off as I can, because I don't want this to look red, and it does look red. You know what? Screw that. Maybe I should just go with a more neutral shade. Yes, that looked much better. And you know, if it does look too dark when you contour, you can always veil it, you know, with some ordinary powder, just to get that harshness out of your face. And you know, I will probably have to do that, because this looks harsh as shit. So I will just take a ordinary packed powder, use any one you got. This is in the color ochre from Technique, and I will just take a big fluffy brush, swirl it around like that, so it flies powder everywhere, and just go in and make it all melt together a little bit better, you know, because I can't contour for shit today, apparently. Of course you will need to use a shit ton of setting spray just to make this look not so powdery, you know, but we do use a lot of setting spray anyways. Now, my darlings, for highlighter today I will be using this W7 Prismatic Highlighting Palette, and I will go in with this shade right there, which is a reddish, you know, a red-orange shade, and I will take a big fluffy brush, and I will just swirl it around in there, yes, like a
madman.
And I will go in and drag that on my cheekbones. Yes, indeed. Oh. So toasty I can die. It does not have a lot of pigment, but it is a very, you know, bright and shiny highlighter. Not very glossy to the gods today, but I am glowing enough. My goddamn bronzer and contour looks like crap today. And of course you will need some brows, but I will do them off camera, so I will see you in just a moment. But you know, maybe I should just do them on camera, because I do my brows very differently from any other beauty YouTuber. The way I do it, I take a big angled brush like that. I take a grey eyeshadow, because I have a lot of grey undertones in my hair. Well, you know what I do? I look really surprised, and then I just start at the bottom and go outwards like that. Quick strokes, very steadily on the hand, and I look really mad. And then I just follow the general outline of my brows, you know, like that. Because I feel like brows does not need to be perfect, you know, they don't need to look like glued on bits of tape, you know. I do feel that brows should just be, you know, your own brows, but, you know, a little bit more filled in and more beautiful, you know. But, you know, not the whole shebang with hand-drawn straws and all of that unnecessary shit, you know. And now I will use this setting spray from Revolution Makeup London Pro Fix Oil Controlling Fixing Spray. I cannot recommend this for very dry skin, you know, but it's the only one I have, and I will look dry as a bone after using this, but it will make my makeup melt together beautifully. Yes. This is the finished look, my darlings. I have my cozy toasty fall autumn shirt on, and I have actually done my hair, and I haven't done my hair in my usual style for probably 1.5 years, so it's very long, very bushy, but the color is nice. It's very autumny and it goes well with those toasty eyes. Yes, indeed. I hope you enjoyed this little shorter video, but I hope they look turned out great anyways, you know. I feel that this is a very simple look, you know, but still very, you know, autumny, a little bit, you know, interesting with the purple down here and, you know, that toasty shine right there, and I feel actually very happy with the result. I hope you enjoyed it anyway, and thank you so much for watching this entire time. And please don't forget to press that like, subscribe and the notification icon so you don't miss anything, and so you can become a part of the DarlingSquad and the Digazmo family as well. And never forget, be who you are since nobody else can, and always be a little bit toasty cozy in the autumn. Bye!